Hey guys, it's Coco and welcome back to my channel. This week, I'm in a different location. I'm outside, obviously. And I just thought I would kind of share my excitement when it comes to Campaign 4 of Critical Role. I'm very excited. I'm sorry for extraneous noise, but I just figured it was the perfect environment to talk about how Critical Role has been making me feel these past couple weeks. And honestly, it's just been super great. I've been really enjoying this rollout for Campaign 4 because usually, Campaign 2 and 3, when they were coming out, they didn't do a lot of teasing. Most of it was, we're gonna leave it all up to surprise for the premiere. But this time, no, which is very cool. I really like that they've given off some details and that they revealed the characters, and that way we have sort of some time to make predictions and guesses, and I just think it's fueled the community in a way that it hasn't felt like this in a long time, which is very exciting. I went to the live show where they announced that Brennan was going to be the DM for Campaign 4 and that it was going to be a new world, and the excitement that was in the arena was just unbelievably electric. And everyone, the whole entire time, we knew there was going to be a special announcement, but we just weren't ready for what they had to show us. And I'm still kind of feeding off that excitement and all the people around me that were so excited. And they announced that Matt was going to be a player, and everyone was whispering with each other like, oh, who do you think the other players are going to be? What do you think they're going to play? It feels like it's been a very special moment in the community that brings me just a lot of peace, I'll say. Campaign 3, overall, yes, was a good campaign. Anything that the crew touches is a good campaign. And they've been, the art direction that they went and the storylines that they played with were so amazing. And I really do love Campaign 3, but Campaign 3 had a lot of very heavy, very tense moments, and it felt like a very slow build to a culmination of a decade of storylines. And so I can understand that it wasn't the easiest campaign for people to start and kind of understand. I had some friends that were going to start the campaign for the first time, and I remember my friend, she started Bell's Hells, and just feeling like after the first 10 or so episodes, I just remember her struggling through those first couple episodes because there were connections that she just didn't understand. Half of them came off from EXU, so she wasn't entirely sure what was going on there. And then you had Orym's connections to the Voice of the Tempest and Keyleth and Vox Machina, and as the campaign went on, it definitely became a little harder for the newer folks to understand what's happened unless they had context from either The Legend of Vox Machina or the Mighty Nein campaign. And I am just so excited to bring in the people that I've been waiting to show Critical Role, have them kind of start fresh, because it's a new world. They will know as much as we know, which is very exciting. I also just love the effort that they have been putting in this time around. You can tell that Marisha and Travis, CEO and creative directors, are putting their whole season to this. They're really trying to show off what they can do as a brand, especially coming off the back of Daggerheart. They're trying to hype up the show as much as possible because it's a really new and exciting time for them, because not only are they having a new DM, but they're also welcoming in some new blood. We're going to have 5 new cast members who, yes, we've seen them in one-shots and some smaller things, but for them to open their table to the non-core cast and have it also be a West Marches kind of campaign in which you're not going to have your original cast members at the table every week. It was a risky move, but I think it's really brought in some new blood. It's brought in some new excitement for the fandom, which is so cool. And I love how they've been doing marketing this time around, and they did it a little bit with campaign 3 too, where they not only are going to these bigger outlets for interviewing and for press releases and stuff like that, but they're also like reaching out to smaller content creators and inviting them on channels and seeing if they want to interview and talk about campaign 4. And I just feel like there's never been a better time to introduce your family and your friends to Critical Role with campaign 4. I also just think in November we're gonna have the Mighty Nine animated series, and that is such an accessible way also to get your family into the previous campaigns. I have a friend of mine who is starting campaign 2. He's about 20-ish episodes in, and I've always recommended campaign 2 as a starting point, and I'm actively showing him The Legend of Vox Machina because, I mean, there's definitely like some audio issues to start with, but The Legend of Vox Machina sums up those 115 episodes in such a clean and concise way. And not only is the animation really great, but they're really showing off their voice acting chops. They're really showing off the best of what campaign 1 had to offer. And so having those people come in and watch campaign 4 so that they can see how it works in the long form kind of version. And now we're also going to have a great version to introduce them to Vox Machina and Mighty Nine. I just think that it's a really great time to be a critter, and I'm so excited, especially since they're not done yet. We're just getting started, as they like to say. We have Daggerheart. They're going to be doing some supplements for Daggerheart. They're always like nitpicking and fine-tuning that game, and we're going to eventually be seeing more actual play from not only extraneous companies like Dungeons and Daddies. They're doing stuff with Daggerheart, but we're also going to see our friends at the table come back and play more Daggerheart, which I've never been more excited for what Critical Role has to offer. Another thing that I want to talk about that I really love is they are really going out with the Ford and Jester wedding. It is an event, and I really like that they've put in so much marketing and they've put in so much bandwidth to create what it is, an event. And it's almost as like exciting as I felt about TravelerCon when we were building up to TravelerCon. And it's just so cool that they're doing this live show in New York. It's combined with New York City Comic Con. They're doing a pop-up shop. It's going to be in theaters. And the animated series is coming out right now. So it's just, there's so much happening for, especially if you love the Mighty Nine campaign. And there's so many like exclusive merch options. Like there's pins and rings and plushies and shirts and oh my. And so on the eve, I guess, well, is it the eve? Yeah, this weekend. So in 2 days when you are watching this, if you are watching this as this video comes out, we will have campaign 4. I'm just so excited about the state of Critical Role and where we're going and what it means for the legacy of the company, and also what it means for these people that we really love and care about and try not to be parasocial with, and these characters that just mean a lot to us, because and I'm sure I'm not exclusive in this, I have always found Critical Role to be a safe place. And it's a place where you can go, you can be yourself, you could be anyone you want to be. And that's the magic of Critical Role. And so I'm really excited for this to continue and to share it with new people, because the fandom always gets bigger every campaign. And now every new animated show that comes into the zeitgeist, our family is just growing. And it's so unbelievably magic. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. Let me know if you guys are excited. I just want to know if you guys are as hype as I am. Let me know if you guys are going to celebrate campaign 4. Are you having a watch party? Are you going somewhere with friends? Are you just gonna watch it at home with some takeout and a candle or something? I don't know. All I know is I'm so grateful for you guys and having a community where I feel safe, and I don't know if appreciated is the right word, but just content, at peace. And I hope you guys do too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the Bertrand bell. And I'll see you guys next week, because we'll have our first campaign and there'll be something exciting to talk about. So yeah, stay safe out there, my friends. Bidet.